once you are labeled a survivor, most people around you, they just have no idea that you're still struggling. And don't get me wrong, we are so grateful that we survived, but surviving is not thriving.
And that's our core mission, to empower you to love yourself and know you are stronger and more beautiful than ever before. We see you, we understand, and we are here to help.
My name is Michelle, and I'm a stage 4 breast cancer patient. 9.5 years ago, I was diagnosed as a stage 3B. 5 years to the day, I was diagnosed as metastatic. So I've been metastatic now for 4.5 years. I did ACT chemo, clinical trial radiation, a mastectomy. Now I went further on. I was on Ibrance. I did a phase 1 clinical trial that I was in the top 5% of the longest length of treatment, and then I failed on it. Now I'm on an oral chemo called Xeloda, and hopefully this will buy me a lot more time, but obviously no one knows. We've always traveled. And I was always, my husband sits there and tells me that he knows that he's gonna come back dead from a vacation because I've swam with sharks, I've done parasailing, I've done parachuting. I rode horses, I rodeoed for a while. And now obviously because of my bone mets, I can't do that because if I break something, it will really mess me up badly. So I just pleasure ride here and there, but even that is a little painful for me. We were very adventuresome with my grandchildren, and now obviously we have to, they're careful with Nana, okay? Where before it was jumping on Nana and Nana was climbing on things and what have you. Now that doesn't quite happen anymore. We still travel. I just came back from Kenya and Tanzania with my daughter, a mom-daughter trip, 3 weeks worth of safari, and we're already planning to go back because when you see this absolute horrible poverty and you see women that are dying from the same disease that you have, that cancers are exploding out of their skin, and they don't even know what they have. And when your tracker and your drivers are asking you, please come back, please come back. So we're actually now planning to go back, probably with my oncologist and several people, and do a little work out there, like in the very small villages and, the tiny places. Their hospitals are storefronts. They've got cots, and that's if they're lucky. So we are thinking that we'll go back and do a little bit of some work and help those who can't help themselves. I've been fortunate, okay, because technically I should have been dead, to be quite honest with you. And I have an incredible team of doctors that aren't ready to let me go yet. And I look at women that don't have the resources, they don't know how to find out how to advocate for themselves. So if they need an advocate, I'm here. I figured when I was first diagnosed, there were so many women, so many people who came out to help me, okay, that if I help one, I've done a job. We had an insurance problem and I couldn't start treatment immediately. I had to wait 6 weeks. And I'll never forget my husband sobbing in my house and his best friend coming over and saying, what do you need? Here's my checkbook. Just write it out. When things like that happen, you have to give back. When there's people that are so generous of heart, you have to find that generosity in you to give back a bit, because there's just so many people that don't have those resources. And as I said, if I help one, I've done my job. I saw a friend of mine who you did, somebody by the name of Heidi, And I love her to pieces. And she said, look at these pictures, look at these pictures. She goes, I just felt so beautiful and they were so amazing and so kind. She goes, you have to do this. And to be quite honest with you, I needed a little boost at that time. I had lost both my parents within 18 days of each other, which was a kick, okay? And I just needed that boom, that oomph. And that's the reason why I did it. So I'm here now. It's amazing. It really is amazing. You made me feel so beautiful and so confident. And just as you're taking pictures, the words that you're saying and showing me the shots, I mean, you made me beautiful. The team, the makeup, the hair, the photographer, everybody's just so kind, so wonderful. You took out all of the guesswork and made me beautiful. I hate saying that cancer is a gift because God only knows it certainly isn't. But it brings out some of your better qualities. You're kinder, you're more gentler to people. You realize that they might be going through things that you don't know because their faces are not the mirror of their medical or their emotional feelings. So you just have to sit there and think about what you're saying to people and just realize that everybody has something wrong, okay? Whether it's something in their lives, whether it is medical, a sick relative, a sick child, you know, an emotional problem with a husband or what have you, a spouse, just realize that everybody has something and take that kindness to them. Because God only knows that you're going through hell and everybody else has their own sort of hell that they're going through.